Alright, so I'm making this video because I thought it was a interesting idea, at least for me. So this is kind of my view on Final Fantasy 15 because the Royal Edition had just come out. I didn't buy the Royal Edition. I bought the Basic Edition a while back, but I did buy the Royal Pack. So I bought this literally like 2 months ago, maybe that, I think. And before that, I had never touched a Final Fantasy game. I always thought they were crap. I always just thought they were stupid. I remember seeing the turn-based combat. I didn't give a crap about that. I thought that was the stupidest thing you could do. I was one of those people. I definitely thought just. I also thought every Final Fantasy game was connected. I really honestly didn't know much about the games. I just remember they were turn-based and a little over-the-top anime-ish. So I saw Final Fantasy 15, this one, the basic edition, at GameStop for about $15 used, so I bought it. And first 10, 20 minutes I was kind of like, okay, but the more you play it, and the more you get invested, it just gets better and better. And I've beaten the game twice now, and it is just fantastic. I've Things have changed. I bought Final Fantasy 13, 13-2 with Lightning Returns. I still haven't even beaten 13, but this game just made me real. Like, I know a lot of people, I guess, kind of don't like it because it's maybe not like the old Final Fantasies, but the combat in this game is pretty fun. The camera can be a little wonky sometimes, but overall, you're switching. You get four weapons to choose from, and you can use magic spells. You can use a handgun, so you can mix and match four different things, and you can teleport. So you're teleporting in and out, like teleport, hit someone, teleport back, switch weapons, and you're just constantly switching weapons, doing this attack, and then you can do team attacks. You can do team combos, this and that. You and this team member can do this, and it's just this really good co-op feel, even though you're not co-op. I mean, I think they said they're releasing a co-op mode, or they already have with your friends. I haven't tried it yet, but I love the aesthetic of the game. It has this because from what I've seen from the other ones, they either look really futuristic, or they look a little too anime-ish. But in this one, it has a sense of realism, just with some like spirits and stuff like that, and giant monsters. But overall, everything looks like people pretty dressed normally. They live in normal looking towns. They drive pretty normal looking cars. The streets look fine and everything looks like modern day. But and the characters can be a little over the top, but overall, man, like the voice acting and everything, you really feel that this is these four guys, the main guy Noctis, that he's supposed to be the king, and this is his journey, and him and his three friends on this journey together, just road tripping kind of, and the whole time I just their little banter and chit chat and whatever, and certain things that happen in the story, pushes their friendship, and the friendship grows, and man, every second the story just gets more and more. You're more involved, and it just gets more emotional, more intense. And by the end, I was like, man, I felt like I was a tear coming down my eye, man. Like, I was so emotionally into this game that it sucked me in. And and then after I beat the game, here I was thinking that I was this hardcore Final Fantasy hater, I guess. And then I instantly loved this game and was telling all my friends, buy this game, play it. It's fantastic. I love it. The story's like, oh man, the story's. I guess not a lot of people, but I guess some people weren't happy with the end. I don't mind the end. I won't really spoil it because I feel like I mean, I know the game's been out for 2 years, but I guess since they released the Royal Edition, some people actually haven't even really played it. And with the Royal Edition, from all I've seen so far, is that you can do first person. There's a little bit more like books you can pick up on people. I think you can ride a boat from Altissia, which in the main game, once you go to Altissia, like that's the main thing that kind of sucks about the game, is that it's free roam for basically the first third of the game, and then once you go to a specific area, it's set linear story. Which I don't mind linear story. I just wish that I could just kind of, step back from story and do some side missions or something. But now I think that's what you can do is, even though you go to the city that starts the story, you can still go back and forth and do side missions. So that's nice. But in the game you can do chocobo races, which chocobos are like these big yellow birds, and I guess they've been in like all the games. But you can. I don't know if you can do things with your car. I mean, I know you can customize your car. The car, driving it is probably one of the most things in the game that'll kill off a lot of people wanting to play it, is that it can be really annoying with the car. But you can get some outfits for your character, The game isn't hardcore based on necessarily loot, because your weapons you buy off vendor. You can't just, kill a boss for a weapon. At least not from what I remember. But yeah, it has enough elements in it where I feel like people who aren't necessarily even into like the whole fantasy thing could still get into it, because I love it. Like, I've replayed this. I'm on my third run now. Like, it's good. And with the DLC, I think it kind of sucks that each episode is $5, but they released DLC episodes for the 3 characters, and I don't necessarily care for Prompto, his episode. Ignis, after I played that episode, I definitely hated his character less. I think his character is badass, and in the game, after that certain thing happens to him, I automatically liked his game in the main game, how he was after that certain thing happens to him. Gladiolus, I like overall in the game. His episode was cool. I just didn't, it felt like a Dark Souls speed run. But yeah, I mean, I know I'm just listing off a bunch of like random things about it, but overall, I had never played a Final Fantasy game ever. Hardly even care to watch anything Final Fantasy. I gave this a shot. I love it. I will be looking forward to future games. I hope they're just like this. Final Fantasy 13, the turn-based combat isn't too. It's not as bad as I expected. I mean, it's still kind of annoying, but man, I'm excited to see what Square Enix has in store for their next game, and I'm recommending this hardcore for anyone who thinks that these games suck to at least give this one a try, because I think it'll definitely change your mind. Alright, and I think that's going to be about it for this video. Thanks for watching.